What's up, YouTube? It's Random Tuesday Thoughts. So, back Random Tuesday Thoughts yet again. These are gonna kind of change format a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of ramble on for a few minutes and then post some kind of clickbaity title. Not clickbaity, but it's just gonna be a snippet of what I'm talking about, and then we're gonna move on. So, Random Tuesday Thoughts for today. I guess let's do some house cleaning first. Number one, no, I didn't put the beer glasses up yet. I think I want to ship a few out to some friends first, just to make sure I'm not shipping you guys piles of broken glass. So we're going to do that first, and I have to get around to doing that. All of the Fixed Axle February prizes are on their way to the winners. Sorry that it took kind of a long time to get some of it out, but there was some back and forth communication, but they're all out now. Everything's out. So Fixed Axle February winners have prizes on their way if they don't have prizes already. I think should all sort of soon have them. Two of them are going out of the country. One of them's going to a cousin, and the other one's going out of the country. So those ones probably aren't to their recipients yet, but they're on their way. So that's good. As far as the making a yo-yo thing that I talked about last week, I talked to some really, really smart people between then and now, and I think I'm going to hold off on that. I got a lot of other irons in the fire right now, and just putting like a yo-yo out that's sort of haphazardly designed and tested is not really an expense that I have the capital for at the moment as well, like to prototype and stuff. Also, my ideas and what I want to do sort of kind of already exists in some way, shape, or form, so, you know, other than, like, unique colorways and stuff, the yo-yos wouldn't be all that different from what already exists, and there's a lot of good yo-yos coming out, so I'm not looking to compete or change the dynamic or focus of my channel just so that I can start selling yo-yos instead of myself and talking about other people's yo-yos, so not going to do that for now. Maybe down the road there might be something coming up that I might want to do, but for right now, I'm just going to stick to checking out other people's yo-yos and talking about it and stuff. The other thing that I've been talking about, and you're going to see more of, I did a discussion yesterday on yo-yo community growth and where do we go from here, and that's doing all right. I put it up a little bit late last night. I just had a ton of stuff going on. I didn't get a chance to put it together until after work yesterday, so it went up kind of late last night. But if you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch it, because it's good. I do want some insight and some feedback from Yin's guys, because I think it's time. I think it's time we start to sort of, you know, come out of our shell and sort of kind of show the world, hey guys, yo-yo's different than it was even in the 90s back when you played with it, guy. And I think that'll be a good thing, but that was sort of, I guess, the introduction of like my overall thoughts, but there's going to be other discussions that are sort of based in that discussion. I'm also going to be talking to people, so if that's something that you're interested in, it's definitely something I'm interested in. Stay tuned for those things. I'm going to say now, because we're at about the 3-minute mark, make sure to like and subscribe, because I do these videos just about every day, unless it's a holiday. Like, I didn't put up a video on Easter, but even the video I put up the day before Easter didn't get much traction because it was like a holiday weekend. So, holiday weekends I'll take off, and random Mondays and stuff too. Or, you know, sometimes the schedule's a little messed up, but I try to put up a video at 4 o'clock every day during the week, or at 10 a.m. on the weekends. Sometimes it's a little bit, the weekends are sort of a crapshoot, or at least they can be. But I try to let you guys know if it's not going to be 10 a.m. on the weekends. But 10 a.m. Saturday, Sunday, 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. Generally, I get a video up 7 days a week. If not 7, at least 6. And it's usually just me talking, for the most part. Sometimes I throw yo-yo tricks. Nothing too super fancy, but if you like to hear my voice, I'll give it to you every day. And some of you guys like it, so there you go. Thanks for that. But yeah, like and subscribe. So, what's going on? Let's talk about things that are going on. So this week, and actually, as you're watching this, so you're watching this, if you're watching it right as it drops, it's 4 o'clock on Tuesday. At 4:30, there's a G-Squared drop for some sort of mystery yo-yo. Jake's kind of doing a reverse SF type of deal. You have no idea. Like, you kind of now know what the yo-yo is, but you haven't seen the actual yo-yo. You've seen renders, and Jake's kind of giving you some, like, specs and stuff, but it's just kind of a big V-shaped yo-yo. The Big Boy 430 is dropping 430 today, G Tuesday. So if you're watching this right as it drops at 4, in a half hour, you can buy a G squared, maybe. I don't know how many Jake's got to put up. Hopefully it's a ton, and it sells out like maybe in like 2 or 3 minutes as opposed to like 8 seconds, but we shall see. I'm just sort of interested to see what it is, because it's possible that it's an April Fool's joke, but at this point he's been talking about it and sort of hyping it up for the last couple of days. Like, he hyped it up Monday, and then he hyped it up again today, which is Tuesday. So it's not April Fool's anymore. I'm kind of thinking it's a real thing, and maybe it's just like a quick run of yo-yos from like an outsourced machine shop or something. I have no idea. Like, I literally have no idea what it could be, but I'm interested enough in it to look and figure it out. So maybe you guys will be too, because it's kind of a cool idea. Saw a few April Fool's jokes floating around. I don't know. It was Easter. My family was here. We don't really do that. So, none of that with me. I didn't do any. I didn't even do a video on April Fool's Day. I thought about it. I was like, oh, I should do something, but I was like, not this year. It's a holiday. I'm hanging out with my family. Nobody will watch it anyway, because they're all hanging out with their families, so. Didn't do nothing. But you know, leave me a comment down below. Did you guys do anything funny for April Fool's Day? Mess with anybody? That usually is kind of a fun thing to do. With little kids and stuff, it's kind of hard. But you know, if you're in your 20s, you could totally roast some people and get them real good. And that's funny. So if you have a funny story, leave it in the comments and I will read it with my eyes. And maybe everybody else will too, because that's really funny and that's a really fun thing. So tell me down in the description what you did for April Fools. So things that are coming up, like I said, more discussions from me about yo-yo community growth. I'm going to be seeing people and talking to people about it. Also going to be doing some other players' yo-yo collections as I can, because I feel like everybody likes that stuff, and I know some dudes that have some pretty crazy yo-yo collections. And also let me know down below, you guys want to see great yo-yo collections from other guys who've been doing this for a really long time? Like, I know I've got too many yo-yos, but there are some dudes that have some, they got some yo-yos. And I'm hopefully going to be out and about enough, what with Nationals coming up here this summer, to kind of be able to sit down and talk with some pretty cool dudes and, you know, talk about their yo-yo collections, talk about the favorite yo-yos, things like that. So hopefully that all gets worked in. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that if you guys didn't tune into the live stream, although I posted it up, check the link in the description. I hung out with Bergie and Mark over at Scales, the Scales Collective. They did a live stream last Thursday, and Bergie was kind enough to have me on to just talk about stuff and hang out as well. It was a really fun time. I really enjoyed it. I like Bergie a lot. I like Mark a lot too. It was actually my first interaction with Mark, although I talk to Bergie pretty regularly. It was my first interaction sort of with Mark, and what a cool dude he is as well. Super nice guy, and just it was fun. It was a fun live stream. You can watch the uploaded version of the live stream if you haven't seen it already. I've put the link in the description of this video, but I'm hopefully going to be doing more with those guys. I'd like to have some of them on my channel. It's kind of my goal that when we go to Nationals, when I go to Nationals in Chicago this year, because we're going to have a few days, hopefully I could sit down with Bergie for a little while, pick his brain. Hopefully I can sit down with Colin, maybe sit down with Mark as well, and just kind of pick some of those guys' brains who are really into like the scale stuff, and they do a lot of things with their podcast and with their YouTube channel and all that stuff, because I really think they have a great other side of yo-yoing. So I kind of do gear and stuff, but like my knowledge of like contests and tricks is like not that great, because I'm not a competitor and my tricks are kind of boring and, you know, watery level of tricks, not great. But they're clearly the guys who are on the top of their game as far as competition and yo-yos tricks are concerned. So I really kind of want to get their insight, because they're sort of the yang to my yin or whatever. I don't really know how that works, but they're like the other half of yo-yoing, where I'm like, buy yo-yos and t-shirts and merch and go to stuff. They're like, here's yo-yo tricks and here's how you do them. So I really like those guys, and I'm really hoping to do more stuff with scales, because I feel like they add so much to this community, and I really love what they're doing, because they're really great guys too, on top of that, which is always good. You gotta support the good people, right? So that's what I am hoping to do. But that's going to do it for me today, though, guys. This was Random Tuesday Thoughts. This might have been the most random one yet, and I'm going to try to keep that going. So leave me comments down below. Let me know if you think I'm losing my mind or if I need to be focused. No notes this time. No notes. Straight from the old noggin. It's a little scary, I know. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. Focus. There we go. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.